Welcome. This is going to be a really important session. In this session, you'll increase your authentic, joyful motivation. I like to think of it as you're going to release your inner puppy, because if you look at puppies, they just want to do things. They're just eager. They're happy. They want to do things all the time. Well, we all have that inside of us. It's time to release our inner puppy. So in this session, you'll go from being motivated by anxiety, fear, shoulds, musts, have-tos, to accessing your authentic, joyful motivation. What we're doing today is based on energetic NLP, and energetic NLP is a unique and powerful and special blend of NLP, or neuro-linguistic programming, which is a very logical, very powerful, transformative system. In an energetic NLP, we combine that with spiritual principles, transformative energy work, energetic and spiritual healing, and intuition development. If you change your energy, you change your life. And in this session, you're going to use the power of your unconscious mind and spiritual nature to awaken your inner magic. Hi, I'm Mark Giser. I'm the creator of energetic NLP. And over the last 35 years, I've taught thousands of people all over the world how to use energetic NLP to have lives that are happier, more miraculous, more successful, more loving, more vital, and more fulfilling. Our goals in energetic NLP always are that you're guided and supported by your own human inner wisdom and by your spirit, so that you live a more and more miraculous life. We believe that teachers can help you access that, but the best information, knowledge, and wisdom that you'll ever get is already inside of you. It's just a matter of getting access to it. The processes we're going to be doing in just a few minutes are powerful, safe, compassionate, validating, easy, and fun. And I always like to mention they're not intended to replace medical care, professional psychological sessions, and not meant to replace anything. It's meant to augment whatever else you're doing in your life. And in this session, you'll energetically eliminate unconscious blocks in programming and energetic blocks in programming and replace them with your inner wisdom and spiritual information. And at the end, I'll tell you how you can work more closely with me to reach more and more of your full potential to lead a miraculous life. Please never, ever watch or listen to any energetic NLP, energy spa sessions while you're driving, or even lectures. Whether or not you are skeptical or believe in the power of remote energy work, the energies are going to be powerful. They're designed to get you to go inward and make deep transformation. Obviously not how you want to be when you're driving. So never ever listen to these while you're driving. And I encourage you to sign up at www.enlp7.com. So energetic NLP, ENLP, lucky7.com. And then you'll hear about all the online and in-person programs that we're doing. And many of the online programs are longer than this one, so we can go into a lot more depth and do a lot more work. So again, in this session, you'll go from being motivated by anxiety, fear, shoulds, musts, have-tos, to accessing your authentic, joyful motivation. Now, your conscious mind is wonderful. I'm a very logical person. I love my conscious mind. But logic is always limited. It's always limited. And when you get into spiritual principles and into energetic work, you start tapping into levels of reality that are complex and dynamic and multidimensional and beyond the ability of our conscious minds to track. But it's not beyond the ability of your inner wisdom and your spirit to draw upon. So in energetic NLP, we honor logic and we use it. And at the same time, we don't want to be limited by it, and we want to go way beyond it. So during these processes, if you try to consciously control what's going on and analyze it, you'll get about a thousandth of what you'll get if you just put your inner wisdom and spirit in charge of what happens and trust your own inner wisdom and spirit to be in charge. My job will be to get the energies flowing. Your inner wisdom and spirit will decide what gets worked on, what old limiting beliefs and energetic programming gets dissolved, how it connects you to more of your unconscious abilities. And in this case, particularly your unconscious abilities to have authentic, joyful motivation. And the key to your spiritual journey, in my opinion, is your inner wisdom and your spirit working together. And when they work together, we call that your miraculous self. And the goal is to be guided, nurtured, supported, and healed by your miraculous self. So as I've mentioned, you're going to put your inner wisdom and spirit in charge. Your spirit has the big picture of things. Your spirit sees how life fits together in a very, very big way. Your inner human wisdom brings in that day-to-day, minute-by-minute human perspective. And your spirit and your human inner wisdom do not automatically work together. In fact, any area of your life that you're just not fully thrilled with, you can bet that your spirit and your inner human wisdom are not fully cooperating. And we're going to talk in a minute about something called whole being permission, which is another huge factor. But when they work together, when your spirit and your human inner wisdom work together, it's powerful, it's effective. Your growth is not only more rapid, but it's more flowing, less jarring. And when your spirit and your human inner wisdom work together, it creates something, and we call that your miraculous self. Now, it's not the same as your high self. Your miraculous self is something that only kind of sort of exists. It's like a muscle you've never used. And by working with it, you develop it, you make it stronger and stronger. Your high self just exists. Your miraculous self is something you really have to create and nurture and let it blossom. And sometimes I'll refer to your miraculous self as just your M. So if I say your M, I mean your miraculous self. I mean your inner wisdom and spirit working together. Now there's a lot involved in being guided and supported by your miraculous self 24/7. Which is why I have I shouldn't say long, they don't seem long. I have long-term energetic NLP programs where we develop that ability more and more and more. But for right now, even just by consciously setting the intention, giving permission for it to happen right now, you will start building and strengthening your miraculous self. Just that alone is very, very powerful. So right now, if this appeals to you, just set your intention. Go, my inner wisdom and my spirit are from now on, now and forever, aligned and working together to create a miraculous life for me. My inner wisdom and spirit are now aligned. They're nurturing me, supporting me, guiding me, and helping me to manifest a more and more miraculous life. And you might think that permission automatically comes with intention. It doesn't. So right now, as a conscious being, you have a right to make choices in your life. Some people would say you have an obligation to make choices in your life. And right now, just go, I'm giving 100% permission for my miraculous self to be in charge of the processes we're doing now. I'm giving 100% permission for my miraculous self to be in charge of the processes we're doing now. And again, your miraculous self will automatically guide you on your spiritual journey if you also have whole being permission and if your karma and spiritual contracts allow it. And I'll say a little bit more about that later. So what are some of the blocks to authentic, joyful motivation? Well, sometimes we think we should be doing something, but we really shouldn't. It's really not right for us. And then we go, why is my motivation blocked? Or why am I unsatisfied with the results? And sometimes it's because you're operating out of unconscious or energetic programming in your space. It can be ancestral, familial, societal, that you can have developed in different points in your life. And you all know that experience where you have a goal or one that you think you should have, and later you realize, no, that wasn't really it. That was something that you were taught or believed or somehow decided upon. Another big block is you're disconnected from why you're doing it. It's not real to you. So take something like exercise. People that are really good about exercising, it is real to them. It is visceral. They can. It is absolutely real to them that exercising is something that's really important. That's really both preventing problems in their life and creating and maintaining better health. And the people, again, that are really good about doing that, that's real to them. And for other people, it's like they know it's true, but it's like this abstract thought. It isn't something that really lives in their heart and their body and their mind. And sometimes it doesn't connect. And sometimes you lack motivation because it's not connected to your core values, purposes, or sense of self, your identity. And it may be that, in fact, that what you're trying to motivate yourself to do is, in fact, connected to those, but again, you're not experiencing them as being connected. So either it doesn't really connect, or you're just not experiencing the connection. So again, it just lives as this vague, abstract thought, or even a clear abstract thought, but it isn't emotional. It doesn't connect with you. So there's no juice. There's no power. I'll talk more about whole being permission in a minute. And then there's unconscious blocks. There's energetic blocks, which I've talked about as different programming. Again, ancestral, familial, societal. There's also your karma and your spiritual contracts. And those are beyond what we can work on today. But they're important things to be aware of. And there's your conscious and unconscious beliefs. There's something in NLP we call your thinking patterns, which is also important. But again, we can't do everything in this 40 minutes. And at some point in the future, I'll do sessions on more of these, like the ability to make the future more compelling than the present. And for some of you, you might go, well, the power of now, and you want to be in the present. And that's all true. It's also true that sometimes in order to have authentic, joyful motivation, you make the future more compelling than the present. And I want to mention sometimes motivation is because you're tired, you're not eating right. There's just different things that aren't physically working well for you. So in this session, you're going to clear some of the energetic and unconscious blocks to your authentic, joyful motivation. We'll be connecting your miraculous self, and again, that's your inner wisdom and spirit, to your motivation, so that it will be more aligned with who you are, what you're about in the world, your sense of purpose. And also we'll be connecting the parts of your unconscious mind that love doing, creating, blossoming to your motivation. So if you look at little children, they want to do things. They want to learn. They want to grow. They're thrilled when they can first take the first steps. They're thrilled when they can turn on and off a light, when they can, say words and get responses from you. It's just this natural drive within us. And then things happen in life, and that natural drive to grow, evolve, to do gets buried over with all the different experiences and programming we have that take away from it. So part of what we're doing today at the end is connecting you more and more with those parts of your mind that are still there, the parts of your unconscious that still love to grow and stuff to learn and stuff to do and accomplish. That's all within you. So we want to connect you to more of that. So first, clearing some of the energetic and unconscious blocks, connecting your miraculous self to your motivation, then connecting the parts of your unconscious mind that love doing, creating, and blossoming to your motivation. I can't stress enough, let your miraculous self do the work. Your job consciously will be to set your intention and give permission for your miraculous self to be in charge. And that's it. And as we're working, thoughts may come up that maybe I'm not doing it right, or maybe I'm not worthy, or aren't I supposed to struggle? Isn't it supposed to be hard? All this kind of programming and thoughts that can kind of come in. And when they come in, just be mindful of them. And I have another of these sessions on increasing your mindfulness. But being mindful of them just means you notice them. You don't suppress them. You don't analyze them. You don't fight them. You don't feed them. You just notice them and leave them alone. And that's something we all know how to do. We all ignore things all the time. We ignore things we hear and see and feel constantly. It's one of the important human skills is learning to ignore things. And in this case, you notice them. And again, we're not talking about suppressing them. You just don't give them any energy. Don't give them any, like if a thought comes up like, oh, but I need to struggle, or it's not an accomplishment if I don't struggle. If it's a thought like that, just notice it and then leave it alone. And it may keep playing in the background, and just relax about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, easy deep breaths. And I always like to mention this because it's a critical part of energetic NLP, and we don't have time to do it all now, but what we're going to start doing in just a couple minutes now will be very powerful and very helpful for you. And I'd be doing you a big disservice to let you think that it's the whole thing. There's a concept that's unique to energetic NLP, and we call it whole being permission. And what I started noticing with clients years ago was a lot of times there was a lack of alignment between their spirit, their soul, their unconscious mind, their conscious mind, and their body. So there were like different agendas going on, and people go, well, I'm visualizing what I want, and maybe they are consciously, but maybe their unconscious mind wants something else. Their soul wants something else. Their spirit wants something else. Their body wants something else. Or parts of their unconscious mind might want several different things. And so they're getting in the way of their own manifestation because they keep, because they're giving different, it's like you're in a restaurant, you're ordering 5 different things, but you only want one, and the waiter's sitting there going, well, when you decide on which one you want, we'll bring it, but you have to figure out which one you want. Another important factor is karma, something we work on a lot in energetic NLP, but we won't be working on right now. The other is spiritual contracts, agreements your spirit or soul or conscious mind has made. And again, we can't do this all at once. And I will mention, I have different programs like Discover Your Miraculous Self and Offering Your Gifts to the World, Experiencing Deep Self-Love. Those are all online programs where we do work on karma, spiritual contracts, and whole being permission. There's the M Club, which is a whole mastermind transformative program in energetic NLP that's for people that have a deep desire and drive to transform their lives, open up their magical abilities, open up their abilities to transform their own and other people's lives by using energy, and much, much more. Okay, again, so set your intention right now, if you want this, is that what we're doing right now is going to enhance your ability to have joyful, authentic motivation. Joyful, authentic motivation. And it will be successful if we move you in that direction. So again, I'm not trying to say this is the whole thing right now, but what we do right now can really help. And of course, you can watch this video again in the future, watch it even a few more times, and each time you'll increase your joyful, authentic motivation. And again, what we do right now will be very helpful. And just know there are other factors. So relax, put your miraculous self in charge, and enjoy the energies. So take a couple easy deep breaths. Now the fun part, your conscious mind gets to relax. Just affirm your intention that what we're doing is enhancing your authentic, joyful motivation. Affirm that that's your intention. You can just say yes. Give 100% permission for your miraculous self to be in charge. Give over control to your miraculous self. And one of the things that I'm a master at is remote energy work. And that's a skill anybody can learn if you want to. It's something that I teach in my training programs. So for right now, just allow the energies to start coming in, and they'll be guided by your inner wisdom and spirit into what kind of programming, unconscious and energetic, to dissolve. And as that old programming and beliefs are being dissolved, the ones that interfere with your authentic, joyful motivation, your miraculous self immediately replaces them with your inner human wisdom, and it replaces them with knowledge, wisdom, skills, and abilities from your spirit that will help you have more and more joyful, authentic motivation. So again, your miraculous self is in charge of what gets released and healed and dissolved and what replaces it. And just let that all happen beyond your conscious awareness, because if you try to analyze it, you'll get in the way. So right now we're starting to clear and heal blocks, programming, limiting beliefs. We're not trying to get them all at once. Just whatever amount your miraculous self thinks is appropriate for right now. Easy deep breaths. Easy deep breaths. Remember, no effort. It's just intention and permission. So affirm your intention is that right now you're enhancing your authentic, joyful motivations. And you give 100% permission for that to happen. And 100% permission for your miraculous self to be in charge. Easy deep breaths. And set your intention and give permission that as old limiting beliefs and programming are being released, your miraculous self immediately replaces them. Replaces them with your inner wisdom. Replaces them with knowledge, wisdom, skills, and abilities from your spirit. And while that continues, we're going to add in that the energy guided by your miraculous self is connecting your miraculous self to your motivation, your conscious, unconscious motivation, and to your body's motivations, because your body has its own intelligence. So right now, set your intention and give permission that as the clearing is continuing, your miraculous self is connecting to your motivation, consciously, unconsciously, and physically, mentally and emotionally. That's right. Easy deep breaths. And while that continues, we're adding in the third part. So your miraculous self is now connecting the parts of your unconscious mind that love doing, creating, blossoming, growing. They're being added now to your motivation. They're being connected to your motivation so that your motivation will be more authentic and joyful. So again, give 100% permission for the parts of your unconscious mind that love doing, creating, blossoming. Give 100% permission for them to connect now to your motivation. Again, consciously, unconsciously, and physically. If you like the idea, I'll go back to the image of connecting to your inner puppy. Just excited to do things, excited to learn and grow and explore. Puppies aren't worried about doing it right. Puppies aren't worried that somebody else is doing it better. Puppies aren't worrying about what other people think of them. They're just having fun. And fun through doing, learning, growing, accomplishing. If you're playing fetch with a puppy, it doesn't bring the ball or the stick back to you because it should or supposed to or have to or must or it's the right thing to do. It's bringing it back to you because then you can throw it again and it can run and play again. And be clear in your mind that motivation, authentic, joyful motivation, includes motivation to take care of yourself, motivation to rest, motivation to sometimes just be and not do anything. That's part of your motivation too. And your miraculous self can figure out a really wonderful balance. Easy deep breaths. Now, the processes that we've been doing aren't going to end when we end this session. You'll be processing this for days, at least for days. And so we're going to bring in energies now to help you process and integrate this. Integrate your authentic, joyful motivation into your conscious mind, unconscious mind, body, into your actions, into your thoughts and emotions. I want to integrate it into your life. And if you're doing anything after this session that requires safety and alertness, I'm going to ask your unconscious mind and your miraculous self to turn down the processing and make sure you're naturally safe, naturally alert. So again, naturally safe, naturally alert. And then tonight and for the next 3 nights, part of the time when you're sleeping, not all night, but part of the time when you're sleeping, your unconscious mind and your miraculous self will review what we did this session. It'll be infused with your inner wisdom. It'll be infused with your spiritual information, wisdom, knowledge, skills, and abilities. It'll be infused with energies that help you process and integrate this into your life. It'll be made richer, deeper, wider, higher, more multidimensional, and especially more automatically integrated into your life. So while you sleep soundly and deeply and wake up feeling refreshed, what we've done and what you enhance will be automatically integrated into your life. And that can happen easily, naturally, while you sleep soundly and deeply and wake up feeling refreshed. And during these sessions, there's a tendency for people to mix up their energies. So right now, ask your miraculous self to retrieve your energy from my space and the space of everybody else in this session. So let your miraculous self just retrieve all of your energy out of everybody's space. I'll pull my energy and programming out of your space. It can be fun to mix up energies for a while, but it's bad for everybody involved not to retrieve them. So let your miraculous self retrieve your energies. And because of all the clearing, there's more room in your body and energy field for your authentic essence, your authentic energy. So give your miraculous self permission to fill you up now with your authentic energy in your body, in your chakras, your aura, your energy channels, in front of you, behind you, above you, below you, left, right, inside of you, in the cells. More of your essence is coming in. And also give your miraculous self permission to bring in earth and universal energies that will support you in having joyful, authentic motivation. And if you want to stay relaxed, you can. If not, stomp your feet, pat your body, look around the room and notice fine details of what you can see. And notice what you can hear and your body sensations and the feeling of your body against your chair or couch or bed or wherever you are. Wiggle your toes and see how many of your toes you can feel. Touch the tips of your fingers together. really ground and be in your body. Now, if you're doing this session on Facebook or YouTube, please go ahead and like it. And if you're on Facebook, on either one, if you share it, that's really, really helpful. Then a lot more people will get to see it. And it isn't just the people you share it with. They monitor things like what gets shared. And if things are getting shared, they go, oh, this must be useful. Some people think this is important. And then they'll show it to more people organically. You know how if you use either of those systems, you know that they'll show things to you that they think you're interested in. So it'd be a great favor for me, and it'd be a great favor for the people who get exposed to it who wouldn't have otherwise. And again, on Facebook, if you do a watch party, they really love it. If you share it, they really love it. Comments are powerful. And even just the little icons, the hearts and likes, are good. So the other thing I'll remind you again, I do a lot of online and in-person programs. And if you want to, I don't want you to miss out on things that might really help you. And the online programs are often longer and we can go in more in depth. And I don't want you to miss out. So if you want to be informed, please go to the mailing list, the ENLP7.com, ENLP for energetic NLP, lucky7.com, and sign up, and then you'll be notified about everything that we're doing. So again, this is Art Giser, the creator of Energetic NLP, and I'm really, really grateful that you were part of this. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the future. And feel free to email me, let me know about how your or comment on those pages. Let me know what you're noticing about your motivation. Oh, one other thing I should mention, it's important to drink, or three other things. It's important to drink water after energy work. It's really, really good to drink water. It's good to move your body a little bit. Now, you can do heavy exercise or 90 minutes of yoga or something if you want, but even just a couple minutes of lightly moving and stretching within whatever's comfortable for your body and health condition, or taking a warm bath or shower, because your energy body and your physical body are intertwined. And as your energy body gets healthier, your body wants to realign in healthier ways. So doing at least a little bit of that will allow your body to shift more into healthier positions. So again, thank you. And I look forward to the next time. Bye.